Okay, this next mini video is about the founder effect. And it's, I like these two. So gene flow is about movement in and out of the population. Genetic drift is about that random kind of flow of alleles within the population, just depending on sex, really, most of the time. And now we're starting to get some kind of selection pressure acting. So this genetic drift is caused by what we call the founder effect. So founders are people that often move or find a new area. So now we're creating a new population. Now the problem is, so we're down to this bit here. I've actually jumped ahead. I'm going to do founder effects first. Oh, the problem is, here is your original population. And you can see that there's quite a low chance of someone having this red trait here. But the problem is, when they go to become a founder population, they are a much smaller group, so there's less individuals. And the biggest thing we have here is that they are not representative. So you can see here in the original population that it might be 1 in 25 are red, but in the second population we've got 1 in 5. As a result, when they start to breed and they start to make their generation, we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 25. So you can see that we've got this marked difference between the original population and the end population in terms of the presence of that red phenotype. So a small group, what the founder effect actually is, it's when you get a small group, and this is the key here. They are non-representative. Yes, so they don't represent the large population that they came from. They leave and they go and set up their own population. Now, as a result, over time, you get just this small population breeding, and the population allele frequencies, so like this, are not representative. So this is saying 9 out of 25. So what's that as a percentage? I've given myself a really bad one. So we're almost at 35 to 40%, whereas at the beginning we were at 2% of the red. So you can see there's a marked change in between the original population and the founder population. An example of this is that only a small number of humans, of white Europeans, managed to get their way over to Tasmania. As a result, it just happened to be that founding population had a quite high incidence, or had some people that had Huntington's disease. Now that altered kind of percentage means that now Tasmania, unfortunately, has 3 times the incidence of Huntington's disease compared to mainland Australia. So the founder effect is quite an interesting one. The other one that you might like to look at is the Ashkenazi Jews, and I'll see if I can bring up an example of that in the class to talk to you